Hello everyone, FrankTastic here, and welcome back to Ghost Recon Breakpoint. So, you're having trouble taking on a behemoth, whether you're doing it by yourself or even with a group of friends, you are just struggling to take it down. Fear not, I am here to show you the way. Now in this video, I'm going to be taking down 5 different behemoths to truly showcase all the tips and tricks and all the knowledge that you need to know on how to take these beasts down. Now, as a 5,000 hour veteran of Ghost Recon Breakpoint, I will say there are multiple different ways to take behemoths down, but I'm going to give you the best strategy to take them down even as a solo player. First thing you need to do is hit the bivouac. The next thing you need to do is go to tactics and swap over to the Panther class. Once you've done that, you need to go to weapon change. Now this section is a little tricky because it will come down to personal preference on what weapon that you want to take and what weapon you feel comfortable with, but I am going to be taking the ACAR as my assault rifle, and I highly recommend this weapon if you are going to take a assault rifle with you to take on a behemoth. The weapon does a 32 damage output and it is a 7.62 caliber, so if you do take 2 primaries, make sure the second primary is not also a 7.62 caliber, or you would be basically wasting your ammo for both weapons while using just one. Now the attachments that I am choosing to take for my ACAR is the standard barrel, extended mag, compensator, adaptable ×3 laser sight, the digital sight, which isn't really going to matter too much, auto single, and the grip pod. Now for the video's sake, I will be taking a second primary. There is quite a few weapons that I do recommend. 4AC is one of them. 416 short is another. 5.53 is also a decent weapon. The 5.53 doesn't do as much damage, but it does have very little recoil, so it's very easy to control this weapon while you are full auto. The ACR is another good assault rifle that you can take with you. It is also 5.56, so you can pair it with the ACAR if you want to. This weapon does have a little bit of recoil when you do full auto, but it is manageable for the most part. I also suggest either the M4A1 standard or the M4A1 CQC. Out of all the M4A1 variants, these two are more easily to control the recoil when you full auto compared to the assault. These weapons are also 5.56, so again, these weapons are very nice to pair with the ACAR. Now, another really good recommendation that I tell people all the time, and even I do it myself from time to time when I do go against behemoths, is pairing an assault rifle with a LMG. If you do pair your assault rifle with the LMG, again, make sure the 2 weapons are not using the same caliber. For example, the ACAR that I'm taking is 7.62, so I will not be taking the MK48 because it is also 7.62, but I will be taking the Stoner Compact because it is 5.56. So I will be using the Stoner Compact as my second primary. Now for the Stoner Compact, there's not really too many things you can really change, and there's not too many different attachment options that you have, but I will be taking the compensator, the adaptable ×3 laser sight, and the EXPS3 sight attachment along with the bipod underbarrel. Now if you want, you can pick a different pistol as well. Obviously something like the Sharp Thunder would be a really good pick, or even the Desert Eagle. Now when it comes to the perks to use when going against a behemoth or drones in general, there's a couple different ones that are very good to use, but I do recommend using the 3 that I use. But again, use whatever you feel comfortable with. The 3 that I'm going to be using for this is Sensor Hack, Ballistic Advantage, and Explosive Expert. Now, if you do want to change your perks to something else because you don't like these or you don't feel comfortable with them, then Pack Mule is another good perk that you could take with you. It does give you 40% extra ammo. Close and Personal is another good one that will help you with a faster reload speed and mobility. Feel No Pain is also really good at helping you not get injured as quickly if you are playing on higher difficulty with elite tactical settings like I do majority of the time. Gunslinger is also another really good perk, especially if you pair it with Ballistic Advantage. It helps your accuracy and your recoil management for every hit that you get on the behemoth. This perk itself might be good for any console players who's having trouble maintaining their accuracy with a controller and thumbstick. But that's really about it when it comes to your perks. You can always swap some in, swap some out if you need to see which one feels better. But I do recommend at least using Sensor Hack due to it giving 10% damage to drones, which even includes behemoths. Now, taking a look at your gadget wheel, I do recommend putting all 3 of your EMPs on one side. My top left is my EMP Mark 1, in the middle on the left is my EMP Mark 2, and on the bottom left is my EMP Mark 3. I highly recommend having all three of your EMPs on your gadget wheel and ready to go, and I do recommend having them all lined up like this. That way you know where they are and it's easier for you to swap to them in case you need to. On the right side, I recommend the frag grenade on the top part and the rocket launcher in the middle, and your syringe, either one, Mark 1 or Mark 2, down here at the bottom. But again, you can swap this side out however you want. Maybe you want both of your healing syringes here just in case, but I do recommend having at least the grenade or the rocket launcher ready to go, as well as making sure you have a healing syringe on your gadget wheel ready to go. Now, before we actually leave the bivouac to go hunt down a behemoth, I will say, just in case, especially for the new players, beginners, less experienced people, if you go down to the bottom left of your bivouac, there is this thing called preparations, and there's quite a few different selections that you can choose from. You have injury resistance, fatigue resistance, drone speed, stamina accuracy, XP bonus. You can choose whichever one, but I recommend either the injury resistance, which is right here at the very left, which will help you not get injured so easily, or I recommend the weapon review, which will help your accuracy, and that is the one that I'm going to be using for this, just to showcase in the video itself. Now that we are all set and ready to go, there is one last thing that we have to do, and that is to make sure that our fit fits the part. We have to look like some behemoth killers, some badass mofos, and just like that, I'm ready to go. Now, once you are geared up, ready to go, you're looking good, you're feeling good, you're ready to kick some behemoth ass, I do recommend going and fighting the behemoth during the daytime. So whenever you have the time section to select before you leave the bivouac, make sure you select it either early in the morning, midday. Just do not go fight a behemoth at nighttime. If you're a veteran player like myself, you probably can, but if you are on the nearest side, you're still learning, you're still adjusting to the game, definitely recommend going early in the morning or midday. Don't do it at nighttime. All right, now that we have left the bivouac, we are good to go. Let's locate the closest behemoth site, go over there, and hunt it down. Now, if you are approaching a behemoth site like I am right now, I recommend pointing your chopper away from the site before you jump out. And then as you are parachuting in, try to land on the outside of its perimeter. You do not want to parachute down and land on the inside of the perimeter, because you might fuck up and land right next to the behemoth and probably die before you even get your gun out. But I am here. I'm ready to go. Is there even a behemoth here? So there is no behemoth here. Wow. It must have knew that I was on my way to kick its ass and decided to go away. Interesting. Well, gotta go to another one. Alright, I fast traveled to another bivouac. This bivouac is actually right next to a behemoth site. I'm going to send my drone up to make sure it's actually there. It's not a behemoth here either. What the? Are they that scared of me? Come on, man. I'm trying to make a behemoth tutorial video because people ask me all the time in my live streams how to kill behemoths, and I'm just trying to help people out. Alright, I fast traveled to another one. Thankfully, this bivouac is close. This might actually be somewhat of an issue. I don't know if I even be able to kill 5 if I can't even find one. I don't hear the bivouac. I mean, I don't hear the behemoth either. Is there not one here? Wow. Okay. This would be the 5th one that I went to and there wasn't a behemoth. I guess I gotta go to a place that I wasn't really feeling like going to, but for the video, I suppose. Drones are on too. So that's weird. Alright, there's gotta be a behemoth up here, right? It's gotta be. I think I hear it too. Yes. Okay, here we go. So first things first, make sure you have your stealth spray, your cloaking spray, ready to go before you even get to it. Now, since I am right next to the behemoth, so you want to be somewhat this close. I mean, you can be a little further away. You don't have to be this close. But you want to go ahead and use your stealth spray before it detects you. You don't want it to detect you and then use it. Now you can fire at it. You see these blue lights right here? These are weak points. You see it right here? You can see it on each side. Yeah, each side will have it. So you shoot that, it would temporarily disable it, and then you can shoot these orange lights right here. These orange lights. You see this ball right here? You see that? You want to shoot that too? Shooting that would do the most damage. Out of everything on the Behemoth, that would do the most damage. The blue lights will only do like a temporarily shutdown. It only lasts for like 2-3 seconds. Also pay attention to your bottom left. Make sure you respray before your stealth spray goes away, because you do not want it to detect you. You can toss an EMP as well to kind of rotate around. Shoot these lights. It's pretty easy to kill these things. Just rotate around it. Keep your eye on your stealth spray. You don't want to get too close to it because these things can be a little too fast and jittery. But yeah, those orange lights are like weak spots you want to really aim for right there. But as soon as that opens up, aim for that. That would do the most damage. Again, pay attention to your bottom left. Watch your stealth spray. And then respray. Because if that thing detects you because your stealth spray wore off, then when you reapply the stealth spray, it is not going to really do anything. And just like that, it's down. It's easy. Honestly, once you start like taking these things on a couple different times, it's definitely really easy. The stealth spray is what really kind of helps you, but even if you don't use stealth spray, you can use the EMPs. And that's why I said to have them on here, because you might run out of stealth spray before you kill it. And if you do, you want to make sure you have your EMPs ready to go. But yeah, that is an easy way to take down the Behemoth. The blue lights will do some damage, but mostly what it does is just it shuts the Behemoth down. It's kind of like a mini EMP. It does not last long. It lasts about 2-3 seconds and then it starts moving again. But the orange lights is what you want to aim for. And then if this thing opens up where it shoots its rocket pods and everything like that, that's where you kind of want to aim, because if you could destroy that, it would kill the entire thing. That's basically it. It's basically all you have to aim for. But since this one's down, I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I can either get it to respawn or hopefully find another Behemoth. So hold on a second. Alright, I have finally found another Behemoth. I went to another 3 different Behemoth locations and there was no Behemoth. But I finally found another one. Now this is a good place for me to kind of show you another little thing. Right before you get too close to it, go ahead and throw up your drone and look around its perimeter, because sometimes these Behemoth locations will have stationary turrets or even stationary mortars. So you want to take a little quick brief look around with your recon drone, make sure there is no stationary turrets anywhere, because you do not want to be fighting the Behemoth and a turret at the same time. So I do not see any here. I'm just going to fly my drone over here real quick, make sure I didn't see it. All right. You can also take a look at the Behemoth itself. This one is like a yellowish paint, and you can also see the symbol on the front of it. This is a gas projectile Behemoth. These are the more dangerous ones. These are probably more dangerous than the actual rocket ones because the gas lingers a lot longer, and it also has a much wider effect than what it actually shows. So if it shoots its gas and has like a red circle, its gas can actually go a little bit wider than what the circle actually shows, and it lingers a lot longer than you can actually see. There's been many times where I've been running through gas that's I visually cannot see. It's not there. Like I said, the gas lingers a lot. So these you really want to be careful with and safe with. But let's go ahead and go get up to this thing. All right, I can see it's kind of far. I don't want to be too far when I use my spray, because you kind of want to make sure You use every second that you have available to you when you use the spray. So I'm gonna go ahead and use it now, and then kind of rush this thing. Switch to my LMG. Oh yeah, you can see the gas right there. Pretty dangerous stuff. He's trying to run away and hide from me. But yeah, you definitely don't want to get too close to this thing because, as you can see, it moves pretty fast. It's opening up the top. Aim for that. And there we go. And as you can see, I'm also taking damage from the gas and I'm not even in it. But just like that, when it opens up the top, if you get shots on it and you destroy it, it will immediately kill it. It will take, you know, it would take a couple shots. Like, it's going to take more than like 1 or 2. It'll probably take like a full mag, 2-3 mags maybe, depending on the weapon you're using. But once you aim for the top thing, like a round ball kind of thing, it's the thing that shoots the rockets and even the gas pods out. Just aim at that whenever it opens up. Then once you destroy it, it will take down the entire behemoth. But if you cannot get a shot on it, because it will protect it, even if you throw an EMP at it and it shuts down, the lid will cover this to protect it. So you kind of have to try to bait it to get it to open up. You would kind of need to like do a little bait, because it will fire. It would have to open it up to fire that. And when it opens up, just take your shots at it. But if you can't get shots at it, shoot the blue lights, shoot the orange lights, and there you go. Pretty easy, pretty simple. But let's go ahead and try to move on to another behemoth. All right, so there is another behemoth here. Thank God. I did go to another behemoth and there wasn't one here, so glad there's one here. All right, and it's right here. I'm gonna go ahead and use my last cloaking spray that I have and get to work on this thing. There we go. See, it will try to protect that. Shoot this, get it temporarily disabled. It's going to try to protect it again. I'm gonna just use the time to reload before my spray goes away. Just like that. Just like that. Pretty easy. That's why I recommended to have your EMPs on the side, just in case you run out of cloaking spray. Now, the cloaking spray is supposed to refill anytime and every time you hit the bivouac, but there is a bug in the game, and it's been in the game for a very long time, to where sometimes when you hit the bivouac, it does not refill your cloaking spray for the Panther class, which is very annoying, especially if you are going from behemoth to behemoth. So again, have your EMPs on standby, ready to go just in case, and just use them when you can. Now, drones do take more damage while they are EMP'd. That does include behemoths as well. And as you could see during this fight, I kept aiming for the front, because if you keep shooting the front, eventually you will destroy the armor plate, and then you can aim for the orange weak points right there. You can try to get the side ones as well, but the dreads, the threads right here can sometimes kind of make that a little bit difficult. But yeah, there are a few other areas on the Behemoth that you can aim for. From my experience, it's kind of not exactly necessary. Just aim for the blue if you need to, shoot for the orange, and if you get the shot for its top piece right there, then go for that. And that's pretty much about it. Make sure you use your gadgets and your tools as needed, and just keep moving. Don't stay in one spot, keep moving. Make sure you move from one cover to another cover. Another reason why EMPs are very nice to have is because if you are in a really bad spot and you're taking too much damage, or there's just not really much cover, you can try to EMP it, and while it's EMP, don't even take the shot, just use that time while it's EMP to move to a better position. And that is that. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to one more Behemoth. I was going to try to do 5, but it has oddly been extremely difficult for me to find these things. Almost every Behemoth location I go to, they're just not a Behemoth, which is very odd. But yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can find at least one more. Now, if I'm lucky, this place will have a Behemoth. I currently do not see one. There is one. Yay! Alright. I'll go ahead and land here. Got my stealth spray. Gonna use this. Then get down here. And ready to go. Now this is a all white one. We are in the snow, but I do think it is just a standard rocket one. I'm using my LMG to try to take off the armor plates. There we go. Again, pay attention to your stealth spray. You want to respray. You want to respray before it goes off. Don't you run from me. Don't you run from me. You stay there. But yeah, as you can see, when it gets EMP'd, it will close its top door to protect the thing. And there we go. Another one down. They're pretty easy, especially if you use Panther class with the stealth spray. But even without the Panther class and the stealth spray, they are pretty manageable. You just gotta stick with your EMPs and make sure you move and shoot when you can. Don't stand out in the open because those miniguns will freaking shred you. But yeah, there we go. I would love to go and do another one, but I swear I've spent more time looking for a Behemoth than I have actually fighting a Behemoth, because for some odd reason, they most of the positions, locations that I went to, there just wasn't one, which is the first time for that. That is very interesting. But yeah. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you learned a thing or two about a thing or two. I hope I was able to help someone figure out and learn how to go against these Behemoths. Again, there are other strategies, but this is the best one. This is the easiest one. And especially for new players or beginners or just anyone, including veterans who are just struggling against Behemoths. I hope this helps. Again, you can use any weapon. I just recommend the ones that I used. If you don't have these, that's fine. You can use any other weapon. Just make sure that you always use the extended mag, or even the 100 round mag, depending on if your weapon allows it. If you use the Panther class, make sure you pay attention to your stealth spray. make sure you are paying attention to the bottom left screen of the stealth spray icon, and whenever it gets close to deactivating respray, you do not want it to go completely off and then respray, because if that behemoth fully detects you and you respray, it's not going to matter, because if it visually fully detects you and then you respray, it will see right through the spray. So you want to make sure you respray before the previous one wears off completely. And if you are having trouble with your cloaking spray not refilling at a bivouac, all you can do is go to Air 1, hit the bivouac at Air 1, and then swap between all the classes from assault to medic to sharpshooter. Swap between all the classes and then go back to Panther, and your cloaking spray should refill. So yeah, that's going to be that. Thank you again for everyone for watching. If there's anything I left out, or if there's anything else you guys want help with, tips, let me know. I do live stream this game pretty regularly, and I get asked all the time about the Behemoth thing. So I thought I would finally make a video about it so I could just refer people to this instead. So yeah, hope everyone has an amazing day. Love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys in the next one.